Welcome back to Kopi with Chris. This week, as we continue our conversation with my Kopi Kaki, Andrew Ong, for part 2 of this program. So, Andrew, where we stopped off?
We stopped at where I was incarcerated.
That's right. And you were going to tell me about the strokes of the cane.
Yeah, hear about rotan and you get scared shit, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
And so what happened is inside prison you get to see the outcome because you don't get to see the process.
Right.
Because I have different inmates, they come in and out, and once they get caned, they come back in, and you see them just flat.
Really that bad?
Yeah. So before it was my turn to get caned, I saw all the casualties that came back.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah. So quite amazing.
When you say flat, what do you mean? Can you?
I mean, because their butts were all torn,
Really?
really torn. Yeah, and what is amazing, not many people know that how the caning is so precise, so professionally done.
Okay.
Because
tell us.
the butt has a limited
space,
right?
Yeah.
So if you have 24 rotan, you will see only 4 strokes. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Yeah. So that precise, they hit.
What?
Yeah.
On the money all the time.
Yes. So
and on the same wound.
Yeah. So you can see 4, 6, 6, 6, 6.
But
yeah. So it's not like anyhow or crisscross.
I mean, I'm thinking here, man, that if you get one on the same spot, it breaks open. Does it break open?
Yeah, it breaks.
Flesh fly?
Yes, definitely.
No shit, really?
No shit.
All that rumor I heard is true?
True.
Okay, so, bam, flesh flies.
Yes.
And then they go again on the same spot.
Probably they won't shout first lah. Maybe the second one, the father come out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but the next stroke below, another stroke below, and then they go for the next one back on top again, on the same spot.
Yeah.
But you're just going to be deepening the wound.
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah. So you.
Fuck.
Yes.
Okay. So,
yeah, but
so
it also depends on the condition of the person who's getting a
So
cane.
there's a doctor.
Yeah. If they can continue on or not.
Okay.
Yeah, if cannot, then they will stop. Then
Doctor and
come back again.
So when will the doctor actually say, "Oh, we have to stop now"? When does he do that?
I think at every stroke they will just look at the guy
to see if he's conscious.
Yeah, how's he taking it, and they'll ask.
To your knowledge, have you seen or heard or known of anyone that the doctor actually had to stop it?
Yeah.
You have?
I mean, those
Is that a lot of those?
No. It depends on how many strokes as well. 24 strokes. Also depending on the age of the person. Yeah. So most of the cases are usually lesser than 10, like 4 strokes, 6 strokes. One shot you can clear them. Yeah.
One shot you can clear you. So the way you say it, man.
So when they come back, you can imagine they can't sleep on your back. They can only sleep on the front.
Right.
Yeah. They cannot even barrack.
Really? They can't
it's squatting and there's no sitting.
So they can't take a crap.
They can take a crap, but I don't know how they balance one leg. Because they cannot open the wound, right? Yeah. So it will take.
Do they get treated anyway after that?
They just put the
iodine.
Iodine. That's all.
They actually put iodine on the wound.
Yes. I thought, you would think that I had been better, after coming out, but I got worse actually.
You're not joking.
No.
What the?
I still tell myself that as well.
Okay. What happened, Andrew?
I got worse, I got worse, yeah. I started taking drugs and all that. Because after I completed my NS, I worked in the nightlife. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. In clubs and all that. I was DJing, Yeah. During that time, there was Wong San and all that stuff.
Yeah, Wong San's, yeah. Madam
So,
Wong.
Yes. So at the point of time, I was DJing. I was... I got some connection where my friends introduced ecstasy, ketamine and all that. Then you're in music, and you take all this, wow, then you realize, wow, solid, man. Good combination, man.
Okay, I'm in music, but I've never touched those. Right.
Yeah.
And-
Okay, don't. Because then you realize how the music came about. I'm serious.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good way. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But
And so you
that-
got on drugs. You were
Yeah.
club DJ in Wong San's.
Oh,
Or
no,
Madam
I mean,
Wong's.
I learned there. I learned the ropes at Wong San.
Okay.
There was this guy that was there. That's where it started.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know whether. Yeah, don't
I
mention.
would. I
Don't
would.
mention his name. Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, I went out on my own and did other stuff,
Mhm.
and I also started to sort of do a small business in terms of supplying DJs and KJs. Right. At the time, KTV and all that was quite
Yes,
hot
sure.
also.
You need
right?
to supply KJs as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's how what I did after my national service.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was quite happy and also proud of myself in that sense because I had no education or what, but I managed to have a skill and
Sure.
a small business on the side to feed myself,
Sure.
and that sort of became my identity.
Okay.
So when I was still taking drugs, and I was thinking that, hey, I have everything under control, no problem. Just concentrate, enjoy life, do what I like, sleep around, everything,
Mhm.
drink, yeah.
And all of a sudden you forgot about your other gang leader.
But that one, after that, when I came out, I stopped. I sort of cut ties.
No, I'm talking about Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, definitely forgot, yeah.
So you forgot two of your gang leaders then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I definitely forgot, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's human nature, right? When
Sure.
bad times happen, then you remember him.
Yeah. Sure.
When good, okay.
When you need him.
Yeah, when
okay.
you need him. Yeah. So that was what happened. And what happened was, I got, earlier in the first episode, I mentioned that I went to detention barracks,
Yes.
all right, during my reservist. So I
Right.
had my reservist. I went in. I got into a quarrel with the RSM.
Of all people.
Yeah. So just when I was going to enlist,
In process.
in process, and he said my hair, so long, asked me to cut. Then I said the other guy also not same length. Why you pick me? Why don't pick him? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we just exchange our words or the KK or whatever it
Yeah.
is. And then he said, not happy, you go out. Don't book in. Then okay lor. You ask me to book out, I book out. Stupidly I go. Then after a week I was thinking, this one AWOL,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I better go back. Face the music. So
And then?
when I decided to go back, I was thinking to myself, sure, fine only what at most.
Yeah.
Reservist what, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I prepare money also inside.
$150.
Or 500 like, I think most 500. Yeah, just prepared. Lo and behold, he sentenced me 2 weeks.
CO or him?
Yeah.
We gotta be CO to sentence, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. They
Okay.
gave me a
But
sentence
yeah,
of.
okay, fine. You took
of 2
orders and after that they
Yeah.
sentenced you to
I was shocked,
2 weeks.
I thought this one reservist, I'll come. Yeah. So I went inside
DB.
detention DB. Deja vu. How come I'm back inside again?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Then I think, okay, maybe I forgot about the gang leader, Jesus. So I came out inside here.
And then what
And
happened?
so I told myself, okay, which is not correct motive. It's more like to appease. I said, okay, when I come out, I'll go to church. I'll go to church. So I did. When I came out, I went to church,
Okay,
Yeah.
so you served your 2 weeks.
Yeah, I served my 2 weeks. Yeah, came out. And then I said, okay, I go to church lah, just to make the old man happy lah. I didn't last for 1 month.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I didn't want to change my old lifestyle. I enjoy the nightlife too much and the sex,
Then what do you do?
the drinks and the drugs.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah,
The sex, the drinks, the drugs. Then what did you
everything.
do?
Yeah.
What did you do? What happened next?
Then what happened was I screwed up at work, overdose. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
On drugs.
yeah. Got the overdose, and then I lost a client. Yeah, it was a major client.
So what work was this? Where you had clients involved?
I mean the DJ.
The DJK. Okay, the
Yeah.
DJ KTV
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
And as I mentioned to you, the business sort of was my identity at the time.
Right.
Yeah, because where I was, or where I was from, it was something I was proud of, lah. And when that happened, that was quite a big blow to me. I remember on that same day, the night when I went back home, and then I had all this flashback, and I was thinking, like what you say in episode 1, hey, you're a kid, you're quite a good kid, can go express stream and all that stuff. Then I was thinking also to myself, what have I become, Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't like the person that I was looking at the mirror.
Right.
I was actually, the person in the mirror that I saw then was the kind of person that I would be against.
Okay.
I didn't really believe in drugs and all that.
Right.
I even tell my friends, better don't. I want them not to take drugs. In my end, I took, and I also gave to them.
Yeah. So you became something that you never wanted to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. You went back home. You didn't like what you see.
Yeah.
You overdosed. Was it then that you overdosed?
No,
Or
it was at the workplace.
at the workplace. So you
Yeah.
came into work basically shit-faced. You're
Yeah.
completely screwed.
Screwed.
Because basically you just took too much of that shit.
Yeah. Then, we are always in the room, right?
Yeah.
Not away from, and not working. Then
And the
somebody
client
came in.
realized.
Came in
Okay.
and saw me in that state.
Right.
Gone.
Okay, I just needed some clarity on exactly what happened. So, okay, you went back home, then you lost a client, you went back home, then you didn't like what you saw in the mirror. Then what happened after that?
Yeah. So that was when I realized, I was, as I said, I didn't like the person I am. I was thinking about, got family, like no family.
Right. Okay.
I'm always surrounded with people in crowds, but I still feel lonely. People don't really understand me. Got girlfriend or girls' friends, also like don't feel love.
Okay.
There's something missing, basically. And I was quite, at that point in time, suicidal as well, because I was at the kitchen looking out.
Okay.
Yeah. But there and then, what happened was, I flashback again about, because I told you I went to church and all that, right?
Yes.
During that period.
Yes.
It's all during that period. Yeah.
Okay.
I realized that entire season or period, right? God was actually trying to, gave me a lot of chance to change, turn around, But I always spurn his advances, lah. I was I can do it myself, no need. So I realized that I screwed up myself, lah. For once, I'm not blaming other people. I'm not blaming my parents. I'm not blaming the government. I'm not blaming anybody.
Yeah.
The shit is on me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really my fault. And
Yeah.
I so recognize the grace that he has given me actually all this time, but I just spurn his advances. So I came to a point where I just told him, okay, I'm sick and tired already, okay, and since you said surrender all and you will lead and all that as my gang leader or whatever it is, okay, I give you this chance lah. I got nothing to lose already, what? And I felt that I was at the rock bottom.
Okay.
So that was really the turning point when I really said I really meant what I said when I gave my life to him. Yeah, not just a packet of cigarettes. Yeah, and I saw a change almost immediately. Yeah, after I bawled my eyes out, I felt remorseful and all that. I felt very light. And then when I went into my room at the exact moment, there was actually a book on my bed. My landlord actually placed a book. It was a Christian book. I actually rented a room lah. I
Right.
didn't stay at home because
Sure. Sure.
so I exchanged relationship with my parents. So I stayed out on my own.
Right.
There was a book there about being a man of honor.
Okay.
Yeah, and the first chapter was about seizing the day.
Okay.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem.
Yes. Yeah. And he spoke very directly at me. Yeah. So what are the odds, what are the coincidences of the book being there at that day, at that moment, and the chapter? So it was like, wow, God showing his hand already,
It's like epiphany. Yeah.
Yeah, that you made a decision, okay, now I'm going to lead you now. I'm going to change your life.
Okay.
And that was the starting point.
Right.
Yeah. A lot.
And how did you change your
lot.
life?
Wow.
How did you change your life?
Wow. I tell you, okay, I was a school dropout, right?
Yeah.
And live my timetable, my timing. I sleep at night, come back late. No timetable, basically, no discipline, no routine. So the first thing that happened was, okay, of course, I went to church service this time and was serious about it. Yeah, and I obeyed every action point that was given.
Okay.
Yeah, so week by week, I act on those points and I saw my life change. Drop this habit, drop that habit. Pick up new habits.
Right.
So like smoking, sorry, cursing also. Okay, so I said, help me lah. Okay, so change. Then slowly, one day, I had this vision. He told me, okay, I saw a silhouette of a person. I was like, want to sleep, want to wake up, that kind of, state.
Yeah.
I saw this silhouette, and this person said, go to Bible study, go to Bible school. I woke up, I was startled, And at that point of time, there was a enrollment for the Bible study in the church that I was attending. Yeah. And I said, wow, sure or not?
So soon, huh?
Yeah. But the eligibility must have at least O level. I don't have O level.
Must one, meh?
Yeah, some
I don't know, I'm Catholic.
Yeah,
we don't need to have all
English
that.
proficient. That's one of the things lah. There are other
Okay.
things as well lah. So okay, now I just call lah. Just tell them my situation. So I call and say, it's okay lah, no problem. As long as you are able to write, read and everything, proficiency, okay, just come.
Okay.
Wow, I was quite surprised. Okay lor. I think that was also a very critical part, because a person like me at that then needed discipline, needed parameters.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine wake up so early in the morning. Wow. Yeah. So like I have to wake up like 6, have to be there 7, full day, like 5 days full time, Yeah, and then I had to work part time. So another miracle was he asked me, another act that I did also was to quit my nightlife. Yeah, so I stopped DJing. I threw all my CDs.
No way, really?
Yeah. I thought burn the bridge lah. It's okay lah. So there's no plan B already,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All those are our.
Yeah, of course, treasures, man.
Yeah. I said okay, just throw away. Just I dump everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was thinking, okay, of course before I dump everything, I was asking him, so what you want me to do? I mean, what job can I find? Open paper, very depressing, Really, all F&B I can work. I only can see one section only. Yeah. But I applied because I think what helped was in my teens, I was already working in banquet. So F&B was not something foreign to me.
Yeah.
But it was a humbling
Experience.
Yeah, because I needed to humble myself also.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Step back, to tear away the identity as a DJ or whatever it is.
Right.
Only look very good lah, but behind no liao. Yeah, it's okay lah. Yeah. So I work in a Morton's.
Oh,
Yeah. At the point of time.
Oriental, right?
Yeah. I think one of the best place to work.
Yes, I've been told. Yeah.
Yeah, back then, but now I don't know.
Morton's in Chicago.
Yeah, so he knew about my past, the captain then. I told him I was quite upfront. He said, no problem, just come to work. Yeah, so I did. And then I worked full time as a server over there. I don't know whether you've been the Mortons.
I have, yes.
So they always had a presentation there, So we had to do that. But more than that, the experience humbled me. I went down back to my roots to serve. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. And that also provided me, even before the Bible study, it allowed me to work part-time.
Right.
Because I need to study full-time, then there was the option.
Right.
So on hindsight, it was how God really planned out everything. I just needed to follow, had a job. So provision wasn't an issue.
Yes.
I could study. I studied for 1 whole year. So after I graduated from Bible study and all that, it helped me in my discipline, giving me parameters, structure in my life, which I needed.
Right.
I thought, what's next?
Right.
And then by then, I was quite clear because I experienced the gospel, the power of the gospel. I said that this is it. This is my life mission. I have to share it as much as possible wherever I go. Even overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure whether you are familiar with the Apostle Paul, in the Bible.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so he was my inspiration, as well. And I said, okay, I want to be like him, travel,
Mm-hmm.
just share. And then what happened next was some natural, rational decision making. So if I want to go overseas, then I need a skill, I need qualification,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
School dropout, go back study lah.
And what did you study?
I went back, take my private O.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Must have been hard, man.
Hard, man. I think what this science, this maths, oh my god. I working already and study. Don't make sense.
Oh, siong, man, siong.
Yeah.
And then you cleared it.
I cleared. I
And
didn't,
then-
of course, what straight A's like.
Sure,
or
sure,
what,
but you got your
I
O's.
got,
Yeah.
yeah. So what happened next was I took a private diploma, then after a private degree.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
spent about 6-7 years just building up.
Talk about discipline, man.
Yeah, man, while working also,
Wow.
Yeah, the diploma and the degree was night, so I was
Okay.
working full time.
And you working full time? Was it still Morton's or that was
No,
part time?
I changed. I started to work in a NGO, charity,
Right.
doing communications.
Okay.
Because the course that I was taking was in communications.
Okay.
Yeah, so same thing. Interview, the manager then. I told her about my case. She joked. I said, "Oh, you angry? You won't whack me, right?" I said, "No, of course not."
I would ask you the same question, mate, if I were her.
Yeah, got bargaining chip. Can pay me higher? No. Just kidding.
Bargaining chip, pay me higher. Okay.
Why
Okay.
you know? No lah. Yeah, so I really thank people. I mean, those people who gave me a chance.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
Saw through my
Yeah.
the labels or whatever it is, and then I eventually graduated.
Mm.
That time I was already 27, maybe or 28.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I had to grapple a lot of things, being in that stage of life with my peers, looking, my peers all settling down already, basket got kids, and I'm still studying. Oh. But that whole period was where the crystallization of my purpose, my mission, my identity also was solidified. It was needed. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you eventually settle down yourself?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How long ago was this?
10 years. So I got married to a wonderful lady. Yeah. Met in churches. Yeah. And she's very different from me. They're decent.
What do you mean, like the girlfriend back then, in secondary
decent,
school, the decent one?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like that, huh?
Yeah,
So you went
yeah.
back to that cycle,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Go
so to
back,
speak,
yeah,
if you will.
Go back full circle in
Yeah,
a sense. So
yeah,
rebuild my life. So
Yeah.
so at every turn, there's been guidance, there's been support from him, from God, and also from those around me as well in my work, give me opportunities.
Tell me more about Break the Cycle.
Yeah. So how much time do we have? Just curious.
Not much, but let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Break the Cycle just happened not too long ago,
Mm.
right? All my life as I transformed and also wondering where I was heading. After I graduated, I told you, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, are there any archetypes for me to role model, like ex-offenders? There wasn't a lot then. You either become a pastor, yeah, or counselor of sorts lah. There wasn't many role models then.
Yeah.
Not like now. Now you have Benicito, you have all these entrepreneurs
Yeah.
coming up. So
Yeah.
you know at least some tracks.
Yes.
So when Break the Cycle happened, I was already actively serving and mentoring ex-offenders.
Right.
But what happened was, I was about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was the fattest. Yeah, I was always been scrawny and underweight growing
Okay.
up.
Right.
And I think with age I mean, I also
You're not fat.
now I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was about 80-ish. Now I'm 66,
Wow,
60s.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I was very lethargic. Eat everything I want. I drink every day. Yeah. I started cycling then, but cycling was just a side thing, just a recreational. Once a week. Have, don't have, never mind. Have the cycle.
Right.
Yeah. Then I did a health check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I got the result. It was pretty bad. My cholesterol level, everything all hit the roof.
Okay.
So the doctor said, 6 months don't improve, you have to take meds. Then I told myself, okay, as much as I enjoy being fat, for once, but I think I need to be responsible a bit.
Okay.
My loved ones and all that.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, why not try cycling?
Okay.
Take it more seriously this time.
Okay.
And also eating differently,
Okay.
be more watchful. So I cycled.
Mm-hmm.
And within 6 months, I saw the results.
Mm-hmm.
Things dropped.
Yeah.
Started to drop. I was
Yeah.
quite amazed. My weight dropped. My levels all dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Not there yet, but dropped
Mhm.
6 months. And then, of course, today, dropped even further.
Right.
So I thought, I really benefit from this. This cycling really energized my life. Helped me with goal setting. Helped me with discipline. At the same time, I experienced it being a community because I had 2 friends who were sort of giving me tips how to cycle better, how to reach my fitness goals, my breathing techniques, what to build on my bike to help me improve.
Right.
So I was thinking, if this can be combined with my mission in serving ex-offenders, it would
Yeah.
be great,
Yeah.
Yeah, because why? You want to break the addiction of drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to replace it with a good habit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with an old one. You cannot just say stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's being
And-
practical. Yeah.
Yeah. Second one is you need positive
Motivation.
circle of friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the ex-offenders or drug addicts, why they go back, why they relapse, it's because of the circle of friends. They don't have new ones.
Okay.
Yeah. They either stay away, but how long can you stay away and be in a cave?
Okay. So forming a new community for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In a very natural way.
Okay.
It's not a program of sorts.
Yeah.
As you come to a church service or to a temple or whatever it is, or there's no agenda,
Let's just go bike.
Yeah,
That's it,
yeah.
right?
Who
Yeah.
doesn't bite, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it started from there, and then I further explored. I met 2 guys who were in a halfway house who were cycling on their own.
Mm.
Yeah, just during that period of time. I said, why not you just come, join us?
Yeah.
And I saw that they benefited from them. They had new friends.
Right.
Now they had gained confidence.
Yeah.
Their inferior complexity where they had where people
Yeah.
accept
Sure.
me or not, what I thought makes sense.
Self-esteem is also
Yeah, so
affected because of the labeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they feel, actually okay. So I think, and they are always in the halfway house.
Okay.
So how many friends, what kind of circle of friends do they have? Right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yes.
So now they're meeting with CEOs, they're meeting with engineers, they're meeting with IT people, meeting with students. It's not just about cycling, because after we cycle, we usually have coffee,
Yeah.
like now,
Yeah.
chat. We talk about anything under the sun,
Sure.
about our wives, about our children, about our jobs.
Yeah.
And then we are dishing out advice, encouragement to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot of elements,
Of
aside from
positivity. Yeah.
physical and mental, but also in terms of opportunities that you create, doors that you open for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The emotional support,
Yeah.
especially.
So the mission of Break the Cycle is very simple. We just want to break the cycle of recidivism. Yeah, because right now it's pretty high. It's about 25% of relapse people reoffending again.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So as I mentioned, I identified the community is one key area, a new set of friends
Okay.
to stop that,
Mm-hmm.
and also introducing a new habit.
Mm-hmm.
So I see cycling as a great one.
So
because
how big is this group now, man?
we started about last September, early September.
That's quite
Now-
recent, huh?
Yeah, quite recent. And now it is probably about 20
Mm-hmm.
to 30.
Well,
Quite a-
so it's been effectively growing actually from
Yeah.
September to now. You have 20 people on the bikes cycling
Yeah.
together as a group.
No,
No?
no. Singapore now cannot cycle 20, 30 people. Only 8.
Good boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not breaking any rules here.
Yeah, I only break the cycle, not break the rules.
But I think it's cool. I mean, I just mentioned just now that you went back one cycle, you got a decent girl, you married, she's now your wife, you went on one big circle, then you got break the cycle and it's on the cycling things. You know, I think it's brilliant, man. It's bloody amazing, actually. Then you received the Singapore Silent Heroes Award in the Outstanding Adult category. What is this award about?
Well, it recognizes humanity in that sense. Wow, it's a very big word, right? But in essence, it's just to really recognize some inspirational role models who are not just ordinary Singaporeans, you know, or people as well, just serving the community. So there are different categories. They have a foreigner, so they recently added a foreign category. They also have a pioneer generation, youth. Yeah. And then there's another one, Hearts of Humanity. So mine is the adult.
How did you get nominated?
A couple of my friends, I think they nominated me for the award. And then I was shortlisted as one of the finalists. And then I think the committee-wise, they decided on the outcome of that. Yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations, man. I think you really deserve this one. I mean, I couldn't imagine got caught, went probation, that was in school. Got caught, went in, then after that found Jesus, found God. And then after that got reduced sentence by so much, no strokes with the cane. And after that, go in and for NS in ICT and then goes into DB.
Carry sandbag. Wow.
Regime, right? Terrible, man. Sandbags and all that. I know. I've never been charged, but I know all about that. And then you make such a turnaround, you know, from dropping out of school to getting your O levels and then getting your diploma, then getting your degree. Dude. Wow. That's quite something. But I just want to cover a couple of things before we go on to the final segment of this part two of this episode. Yeah. Do you think that prison actually does good things to reform inmates? Is it truly reformative? I'm not dissing the cops or prison service. I just want to know.
I mean,
in your opinion,
it is important that there must be cause and effect. You know, right?
Okay.
Consequences for your action.
Sure.
So you need to be punished.
Sure.
Yeah. So you go to prison, you go in, but I think I'm not too sure about now. But I was back then. I was 20 years old. It was kind of rough. There wasn't any yellow ribbon or counselling or any support of that sort. Yeah. But now I think it's improved so much.
Okay.
They even provide opportunities for training and studying for you to do. You know. So I would say that it has its place. You know. But I guess it depends also on the individual, because you have influence, you meet all kinds of people in there, so you could get worse as well.
Okay.
For me, as a young prisoner then, I met all the lao jiao. Then they teach me stuff.
So basically it's a vicious cycle again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going in.
Yeah, but I think as I said, it depends on the individual, because you need to. So for me, it was quite clear where the destiny is if I continue, if I join a gang. It's either you beaten to death, right? Or you go to prison in and out again, and basically nothing else. Just
it's just a dead end, basically.
Yeah.
It's just a dead end.
Yeah, then you just count the cost and make the right decision.
Yeah, so for all the young people, again, please, for goodness sake, there's no glamour in doing this, being in a gang, getting to fights, getting yourself killed, getting yourself thrown into prison. It's just not going to end well, for a fact. One more last question before we go to the fun round, yeah?
Sure.
In your opinion, do you think our government is doing enough to help ex-offenders break this cycle and reintegrate ex-offenders back into society?
I think compared again where I was 20 years ago, definitely a lot of progress. I think the government can only do so much to provide awareness and their policies. But a lot still has to come from the ground up, which what inspired me to do the break the cycle, to do something about it also.
You mentioned to me privately earlier on that that you have this project that you're working on.
Yeah.
And would you care to talk more about that before I move on to the fun round?
Sure. So one of the things that I feel very passionate about as well, is how we can sort of tilt the balance, because one of the other factors that sort of corrects or helps to break the cycle of recidivism is the employment.
Right.
If they're gainfully employed.
Okay.
At this point, there are certain barriers that I see. For example, the declaration of the criminal record application form
Yes.
at the start.
Yes.
So I think what happened was I've heard a lot of stories. It's not concerted or intentional, but I hear a lot of stories where they under-declare,
Right.
or the declaration actually hindered their job opportunities.
Right.
They were rejected on the spot,
Right.
or they were not caught at all.
Okay.
Right. That's why some of them become entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Nobody want to hire me. I hire myself.
And pretty good ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right,
Chef Belicito.
Correct. Yeah. So I feel quite passionate that there's something needs to be done about this to improve, because this is inherently inherited,
Yes.
over the years.
Okay.
And why not we introduce a more fair hiring process?
Such as?
Yeah, not having the declaration at the start,
All right.
because a hiring process
Mhm.
needs to be based on merit or qualification,
Yes.
not on whether you are,
Whether you committed an offense before.
yeah,
Okay.
right? So it's just about pushing back that declaration.
Right.
Yeah, that's part of the process. Maybe a later part where the person is shortlisted and having a face-to-face interview, and you ask.
At least the person had a fair chance to showcase what he can or she can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because right now, I can tell you that most would not declare,
Right.
because they would think, if I declare, I won't get the job.
Yeah, sometimes I find it weird, people who get jobs in good positions and in the end they end up being the criminals because they abscond to something.
Yeah.
When a person perhaps who was ex-offender, done time, learned lessons, tries to reintegrate so hard to get back in, that person who got rejected could just jolly well have been a person for the job and not committed a crime a second time because he's been given a chance.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's my opinion. I think sometimes those that looks like the goody two-shoe that's not, committed an offense before could actually end up being the one, that will commit an offense in the future because never been through that before. And an ex-offender could be someone that could be more trusted. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Which I applaud Chef Benicito for what he's doing
Yeah.
with 18 chefs. I mean, it's amazing what he's been doing, the good work he's been doing. Andrew, it's been fantastic talking to you. There's
Likewise.
one final thing I need to do.
Yeah,
I
what is
call this a baptism of fire.
Sure. Okay.
I'm going to ask you just a few short questions. You can give me your answers, yeah? And you can elaborate just a little bit, but we're going to take this as fast as we can. I'm going to start at the first baptism of fire. One friend you had or have that you wish you had treated better.
So you want me to say the name?
That's your call. Is there anyone, a friend or a family member you have or you had that you wish you could have treated better?
Of course, since he's a friend, right? So yes, I have one, which was I told you I had a small business back then, right? The DJ cage.
Yes, the DJ
I had
cage
a-
is
I had,
alive.
I had a partner then. So being young, right? And as an entrepreneur, I did not know how to manage such relationships.
Right,
So I always perceived that he wasn't contributing enough,
right.
And I one day told him it's either my way or the high road, that sort of thing. So I always felt very bad about it, not even till today. But of course, move on already. I did meet him sometime, a long time ago, just to reconcile. But I know that was not the right move.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys did reconcile.
Yeah, I guess so. We did meet and I apologized to him, of how I responded at that time,
Okay.
how I treated him, and sort of kick him out of the business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Bible quote?
Mine, Acts 20, verse 24. It says, that the only mission that I'm focused on is to share the gospel of grace, to testify. Yeah.
So it's from the Acts of the Apostles.
Yeah.
Since you're Christian, your opinion, is it wrong to be gay?
Is it wrong to be gay? Oh, you really throw a curveball there. Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Answer the question, mate.
Is it wrong to be gay? Is it right to be gay?
I mean,
Okay.
same difference.
Yeah. I know. Well, I okay, I must say first, I wonderful friends who are gay. Yeah, so I don't want, just in case they're listening in. I love them a lot. Yeah, I respect their decision. Yeah, so I don't really judge whether how they live their lives or what, just like if I'm an ex-offender or whatever it is, why would they?
So you believe no labeling as well, huh?
Yeah,
No labeling, no judgments, no
lah.
stereotypes.
Yeah, I mean, end of the day is accepting one another about the basic about humanity. But of course, if going back to your question, right? Of course, what are my understanding of the Bible, right? It's not the right way of living, lah. If I just being, it's my personal take on it. But I'm not there to say that, hey, you're wrong, you change, you change. Just like me, nobody tell me to change. It's I encounter God myself, I change myself. It's my own life. So likewise, I won't impose my values on others. It's everybody's journey to discover what is right, what is wrong. Yeah.
I'm Catholic. Catholics are also Christians.
Yeah.
Do you think we worship the same God?
Yeah, we do. You do.
Okay.
Why different?
No, I'm not saying it's different.
Yeah.
I'm asking the question, just like to hear your answer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's different. I also believe the same.
Mm.
What's your goal in the next 5 years, besides this project you just spoken about?
A personal project first, be a parent.
Okay. I wish you the best, mate.
Yeah.
You'd be a great dad.
Yeah, hope so too. I
You
know
will
it's-
be.
Yeah. Community-wise, again, it's about the ex-offenders and seeing how we can elevate, the plight and bring everybody up to the next level.
So this is going to be your lifelong mission.
I think so,
really.
yeah. Yeah.
We
I
spoke a
don't
little
see-
about your
yeah.
wife
Yeah, sure.
earlier on.
These are not baptism of fire.
No, this is the last question, I promise. This is the last question.
Wait, I sleep on the couch tonight.
No, don't worry. I tell you, as a matter of fact, she's going to love you more.
Sure, okay.
Please tell us something you love about her.
She's compassionate, If she's not, she will marry me. I think I like that we do quarrel, right? But we do have a mature discussion of how we can move on, how we can improve.
Okay.
So we can have that talk, which is not easy. Not everybody can
Yeah.
have that calmness or, perhaps it helps that she's also a counselor, so
Oh, she is.
She is.
She is. You know,
My profession,
I'm sure
yeah.
you've been through a couple of shows. I know you have. You've been through some shoots before with
Yeah.
other people besides myself. But I doubt very much any one of them have done what I'm about to do. You said just now, I don't want to end up living on the couch in the living room tonight. And I promise you, no, that won't happen. Why? Because at this juncture, I'd like you to look into that camera
Yeah.
and say something to your wife. This is your chance.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I never say a lot of thank yous to her, but if not for her, I would not be able to change and fulfill the mission that I'm supposed to. I think she sacrificed a lot of her. You sacrifice a lot of your our time, where sometimes I need to give and serve others. You compromise on that, so I'm deeply appreciative of your sacrifices as well. You are actually a silent hero in my life. Yeah.
Oh, that was so sweet. I tell you, my heart melting on the eye. But I'm glad that to have had you today, Andrew. It's been motivating.
Sure.
It's been riveting. It's been motivating. Really, it has been. It's such a lovely story, your life, and thank you so very much for being so open and for sharing that part of your life with us.
I'm glad too, man.
We wish you the very, very best.
Same.
Whatever your endeavor is going to be, wish you all the happiness life and God can bring.
Me too.
You've been watching KWC Kopi with Chris. I'm Chris Henson, and again, my Kopi Kaki, Andrew Ong. I hope you guys have really, really learned something from this, and we should always give people another chance. Be kind always. Until next time, stay safe, stay sane. Bye-bye, everyone.